Intro is done, and we're live. What's up, everybody? It's Saturday night, February 8th, and we're gonna play some D&D again. And tonight, DMing for us is that guy down there, McClancy 10,006. Yeah, all the way down. And I'm gonna be a player. I'm playing this other character, but I'm gonna shut up and let him take over. Yeah. No, no, I don't. It was a lie. Forevers. What's up, everybody? I'm Drake, and I'll be playing Dudius, a level 4 Celestian from everyone else. Oh, let's see. Thanks for the player introductions, everybody. Let me see what's wrong with the Discord. It's always Discord, probably. Voice meter B.
Speaking
Testing.
of streaming
There.
challenges,
Now can. What's up? Can you hear the players now? Everybody say hello.
How about now?
hello,
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
Bob.
can you hear me
4 months.
still?
Thank you.
4 months?
Perfect. Thanks, Sabarchi.
Perfect.
Yeah,
All right.
I didn't see the little bar going up and down like it's supposed to. So
Oh,
those were
that's
the
easy.
other guys, and I'm
You.
playing the other guy, and we're just gonna keep moving on.
All right. Yeah, we've seen these players before. All right. Where the hell are we? Oh, you guys just completed a short rest after
Sure.
beating up some nasties and getting some loot.
Oh, let's take a look at the old
Yeah.
party sheet.
Yeah.
Is there loots
Yeah,
in there?
Reg is not feeling good.
I just
Rag is definitely not feeling good. That is correct.
Yeah.
Rex,
Rag got ragged on.
A
but Rag's not
little
wounded,
bit.
so
Got
yeah.
exhaustion, lost an ear.
Level 2 exhaustion.
Yeah.
Yep. Did we
Yeah.
take a short rest?
There. You did already
Or
do
a
a
We
short
did.
few?
rest. Yes.
Okay.
You have
We need
not
to,
done a long rest.
Let's see. I
right.
got
I don't
We
know if
just
he
need to
pushed it, but he said we did.
attune to various items. So it's going to take a couple of rests.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to try a long rest.
I don't want a long rest
try.
in
Why
here.
did you have to? Why did you underline that?
I've been
Try.
playing this game long enough. I know how to bait the hook here. So,
um, that the long rest is not needed by the cleric. I got 2 first level spell slots and 1 second level spell slot. So we're not dead in the water yet, but as far as healing and stuff.
I got one level personally.
Let's see. Is it? Can we ask a question? Is the BBG
I bet
coming
you
up,
can.
and do we need the long rest?
Is the TPK coming up? You mean?
Well,
That's
it's
why
going to
we're
be very
concerned about.
difficult. It's going to be difficult for Reg to get across that little spot on the bridge
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
if
Oh,
he is, half movement and disadvantage on ability checks. He's pretty much good to go down.
so the only way we can remove exhaustion is a long rest or greater restoration. Is this true?
Pretty much, yeah.
this
I need a
this is the
series of long
way.
rests.
I mean, do we want to take a long rest and study this map and just let Reg kind of sleep it off while we all kind of plan out
Well,
what's going on?
let's is the area secure? I mean, do we just
Yeah, we
plop down? I don't
barricaded
remember.
we barricaded the door with the crates and
Boxes,
stuff.
I can
Yeah.
look around. I don't remember. Okay, it's just a sealed room, and so we don't have to be on these rocks, right? There's a bed back here. What is this? Just
It's
blankets or
a tarp
something
over
covering up.
It's a big tarp.
Oh, here's a
tarp over boxes.
big carpet over here. Here, Rat, come and lay over here. There's a mimic.
And the
Ah,
bears,
run away, run away.
the bearskin rug.
Dum. Yeah. Well, it could turn into a bearskin rug.
Very
Well,
quickly.
I'm okay trying to get a long rest. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We got to fight some other vampires that might come in here from the other
Ooh, that would
room.
be fun. All right.
Let's try. Let's try.
Yeah, let Reg rest and we'll all
I don't know. I don't.
gather.
Everybody, I agree that
I'm going to
Duty
cast
says
Unseen Servant and have it start putting all the bodies in a pile by the statue and getting stuff ready for us.
I
Okay.
did attune to the sickle of warning during the short rest that we took.
Oh, that's right. I have a
Um,
staff.
So that warns us if there's any, you know, awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins. Warns of danger.
All right. Hey, 1 sec. I gotta take care of a tech support issue. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Textbook? Is that what he said?
Tech
Where?
support.
No, I got this. Staff of swarming insects. Is that?
I mean, since Reg is exhausted, I'm pretty sure he has no issues sleeping during the day, in the evening, because he'll
Look
still
how
be
big he.
exhausted.
Caesar.
I'll be hibernating.
I'm back.
I mean, because a long rest is only 8 hours, so effectively, you could sleep for 16 hours, hibernate, and then you could be the night watch while we all sleep, and then away we go.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
I mean, basically
I
what
don't-
I'm pointing out is it wouldn't actually take us two full days. It would just take one day.
I
There's not
really don't want to
children
sleep
dying in this
here,
campaign, so I'm not too concerned about it. Every
We're
day you
just
You know,
spend
inside
that
this
shot
sleeping,
clock.
place.
a child dies. That's
Yeah.
That's my
Well,
campaign. Come on.
the main thing is getting you across the
Right.
hole in the bridge is all it's guaranteed you're gonna probably go down unless we can come up with some trick.
Isn't there somebody who could fly? He can carry me.
Yeah, the pseudo dragon.
Can we
Probably a
cast
bit heavier than
reduce
the pseudo
on
dragon.
your big?
Come on, Dudius. Let me climb on your shoulders.
My wings
me
are
rage
kind of
first so I grow.
fragile. They're only angel wings. They're not so strong. Plus, long rest sounds nice.
Oh, the pseudo dragon has a strength of 6.
Dudius has a strength of 16, so he probably could carry. Doesn't
How
what
do
do?
the celestial wings work?
Ilios has a strength of 9.
They just give me a movement, a fly speed, same as my walking speed.
He'd have to be able to lift a rag. And is it once per long rest or once per short rest?
There's a button. Tells me, but I can't find it at the moment. Celestial wings action long rest. Once per long rest.
What's your carry capacity?
For fat bears balancing on a bicycle, I can carry. Where's my lifts, push, and drag 480, and I have 188 plus me.
Because I'm with all my equipment 380.
I think we figured this out on another
265 with
campaign.
120.
Thought we were taking a long rest. Why are we still?
We should,
Well,
but
this
we're
is
just
a-
discussing how to get across the chasm.
Three.
But we should take a long rest.
Well, if we take a long rest, I can just cast jump
Yeah.
on you, and it triples your jump distance or whatever. Yeah.
What'd you say he weighs? Just so we're already almost to the math.
380.
380.
Yeah. 380. 385 if you want to get technical.
So me, you, and all my gear is 710 now. I can't do it. So we know now.
You can
Exhaustion doesn't affect your strength, does it?
Affects his movement rate.
mine it halves my movement,
Okay.
so it
Your strength is
affects
still
me
the
jumping.
same.
Yes, my strength is still the same. Could fly a rope across, and then does somebody have a potion of
Well,
climbing?
the rope is still there.
Yeah, the rope is there.
Okay. Yeah, let's try for a long rest and then barricade
All right.
ourselves here. And
You
And
gonna
I'll
everybody gonna rest? You gonna do a watch? How you gonna arrange it?
I think
I'm
we
gonna
should do a watch.
cast alarm by the entrance as a ritual.
Okay.
That way, if anyone other than us comes up within 30 feet of the entrance, we'll all know.
All right.
What type of trigger
Your
is it?
prior order was Ilios, Rag, Dudius, Justin. Do you want to stay with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
What kind of alarm is it? Audible or mental?
Which is the one that wakes you?
I think they both do.
you have a choice. Is it out loud or is it ringing in our minds?
We'll do mental.
That one that woke me up on my nap this afternoon. I'm telling you now.
Ding.
The
The
mental
brain
was
was
not a
already
word.
shut off.
The barely woke up from the loud alarm. But we don't need any healing, so. I was looking to see
Rag
Alright.
is down.
any other spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your alarm that you're putting on the map there?
Breaks down one wound.
Yep.
All right. Alarm is so alarmed. All right. Well, you guys ready to do this?
Wait, should there be some like sounds or something going off? Drum roll, please.
How tall is the statue?
About 12 feet.
Okay, so Pseudo Dragon is sitting on top of resting on top of the statue.
Nice. Perched. All right. Ilias, D20. You get through your watch. Nothing happens.
A 4? It's like a 16 or higher and sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what
Alright.
Watsy likes.
Rag, D20. it through your watch. Nothing happens. Studious. Nothing happens.
I don't tell anybody,
And
but I slept
Justin.
most of my watch. That happened to me in boot camp. I fell asleep on my watch.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no. So, Justin feels ill at ease, and Rag wakes up with nightmares.
Rag has nightmares?
Yes,
He never had them before.
I know.
That's no good.
Does he have lost, like, he got his ear back nightmares? Or
Yeah,
any,
maybe he has ear
any
nightmares.
specific?
But Dudius also wakes up and has nightmares.
Hmm.
But Ilios does not.
Is this a familiar kind of feeling that Dudious is affected
Yes.
by the thingy
Yeah.
curse?
You think the curse kicked in. And Dudios has one level of exhaustion.
Dudious. Do we get a long rest? Did it go away? No kidding.
I will add exhaust.
Effect. I can find it. I think.
I got it.
Do
There
do
you
we
go.
have fix?
You're exhausted one. Rag remains exhausted two. And everyone thought they were sleeping okay-ish until Justin's watch.
Dang it.
But
I had
Justin,
one
since
job.
you had already got your 6 hours of sleep, you don't have a level of exhaustion.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Does that mean I had a long rest?
Justin had a long rest, yeah. So I will give Justin a long rest, Ilios a short rest, Rag a short rest, and Dudius a short rest. Which is complicated, so I gotta remember how to do it.
Well,
You
the
should
short
be
rest
able
doesn't
to
do anything for
right
Dudious.
click on the
So
combat tracker.
Yeah.
You should be able to right click and do individual rests.
the
That
short rest
extension, I
don't.
think, is broken.
That one's broken? Okay.
I thought it was. Oh, I guess not. Cool.
That's
Alright,
part of
try it again.
CAE, isn't it?
Yeah, that's CAE.
Nice.
I was just
Yeah.
like, nobody's told me about that one.
Well, some people is CAE something else wrong with it?
CAE should be working. Like portals, there's a couple errors that I'm still trying to fix.
And they keep updating stuff every day.
every day, every damn day. Alright. So that happened. So pro tip, don't roll a 1.
Pro tip: don't roll a 1.
Well, I'll do my best not to.
Do we continue to try to get rest? This is hurting us more than the rest is. Not having the rest.
You're not well rested, so you can try again.
There you go.
Reroll ones.
And it just happened to roll a 1.
That was like,
What makes it really funny.
that's like, you know what the odds are of that, right? Rob would be doing the math.
1 in
He's
20.
doing the math right now. He's like calculating that shit in his head.
1 in 20, which is 5%.
He said don't roll ones.
One
So-
into it.
Don't roll 1. That
It's
was
allowed.
advice, not code.
That it happened on the first time that he tried it. That's the still the same amount of odds, right? It doesn't matter how many times the number has come up when you're playing roulette. It doesn't matter. Those little numbers up there have nothing to do with it. So I guess the question that the players are discussing is are we going to continue to lay here? Ah, that hurt.
No, we gotta see if, like, are we attacked or anything?
You are not. You just had uncomfortable thoughts. But affected most of the party, not everyone.
All right, well,
Well,
sleeping in here
Those
is
of
not
us
a
who
great
weren't
idea.
affected, keep sleeping. Go back to sleep.
right? Like it's nothing that I can do to help us.
Yeah, I can continue watching if Ilios wants to sleep some more, and I don't know. Craig and Dudius, it's up to you guys.
I'd really rather try to get out of this place, but
Yeah, I have enough to do three jumps, and I know Dudius can fly. Well, after he gets a long rest. So the question is like, how many more hours would Dudius need to sleep to get a long rest?
At least a couple probably. Well, no, I
Yeah,
got
I
a
mean,
short rest, so
You got 4 hours, basically, of sleep. Because
well, I don't. Well, I could.
Ilios, you were asleep for Ilios and Rag, then you did a watch, although you said you slept, but you didn't sleep well, and then you were woken up during Justin's.
I don't need to take a long rest to get my wings. I just
I thought you
read
said
that
it was on long rest.
number of
Yeah, it's
times
once
equal
a long
to your
rest.
proficiency bonus.
Oh,
You
Nice.
regain extended uses when you finish a long rest. So I didn't quite read it thoroughly, so I could do it
Okay, so
twice.
we can get
And I
across.
haven't even used
Reg,
it. I didn't use it to get over here. We just used the rope. I think, right?
I would say,
I don't remember flying.
yeah, but we have two people that are disadvantaged on ability checks. Well, one of them is you, so you
Well,
can just fly.
I guess the question is if we do leave here, where are we gonna be going, right? What we gotta
Out to go get rid of.
go all the way back to town?
Rag, isn't your speed 40 as a barbarian?
not yet. It will be when I gain a level. It is not currently.
And we're down here just because we look what we found, right? There's no quest item in here, right? Nothing like that I remember.
How far across was the chasm?
That was 15 feet, I thought.
Is it on this map?
Yeah, it's on this map. It's down at the south. I think it's close to 40, 45, 50, somewhere around there.
yeah, it was a good distance.
Here it is. Yes, it's 30 feet, the shortest spot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maybe 25 if the DM is feeling nice.
But to get a running jump, because I can with a jump spell, tripling my jump distance, I should be able to jump that.
Problem isn't your jump distance, it's your total speed.
Right.
If your total speed isn't long enough to go over the gap.
Well, yeah, you can't jump
Yeah, so
further than your movement.
what is your
Right.
current movement? Because I know it's halved.
It's 15.
Okay, so tripling it with jump, you can jump 45.
Oh.
So 45 would be enough to jump across.
Yeah. Dudious can basically fly if he wants.
Yeah, all it does is increase your jump distance. It doesn't increase your overall movement speed, though. So it's really up to the DM if he's being generous. It is magic, you know.
How's
Yeah.
jump
Magic.
calculated?
With a 10-foot running start, it is your strength score.
Which is 18.
So triple 18. So yeah, he could still do it.
But that's still way beyond my maximum move speed with a move and a dash is 30.
30.
So triple that, I'm still limited to 30 movement. Even if my,
Yeah,
jump is
30
great
would-
if you have a
30 would
6
do it.
strength. 30 would do it?
Yeah, 30 would do it. You can get there with 30.
All right, then a jump, I should be able to do it.
Okay, so we'll
There
go
wasn't.
ahead and
Was there other ways we could go in here? Do you guys remember? Just
No,
There
it
was
the
no
end.
other entrance that
so
I
we were
remember.
just taking a rest here to.
Yeah, 'cause
Let's
you
go
were wounded and
outside.
all
Yeah,
that.
I say we at least
Yeah.
try to get outside and see what's
agree.
up.
yeah.
If it's like 6 feet of snow, I'd be like, okay, maybe we'll try another long rest inside.
All right.
You never know.
I'm going to have the flame tongue on.
So you're gonna proceed to exit.
Yep.
All right.
Can use
You don't, you
jump
don't-
and such.
Yeah. Okay. I will stipulate you can get out.
Yay! Oh,
All I really wanted was a chance to see if you got cursed again. And you did. All right. So you are out. You are back in the gorge where the bridge was, and you have not long rested. But you've short rested. You feel slightly better, but you're still off. And you came to this cavern to explore because you got a little more info. I don't even remember what the hell you're trying to do before, do you? Let me do a little research. Give me one sec. No. Okay. So, you can continue some random tasks that you're doing that none of us can remember. Or you can go back to town, and you're probably, 6 hours, 7 hours from town.
yeah. I say we keep going to town. Is it like the weather and stuff decent?
Yeah, it's reasonable. Let's say it's like midday. I didn't really keep track of time well.
We can go to
So you
town.
should
We
be
can
able to
get
get
our
back
little
to,
blessings.
yeah. Okay.
Continue to
Can do that.
town.
We'll just we'll POM this a little bit. So you want to go back to town, and then you want to go see your priest for your re-ups to get rid of your exhaustions and after effects from the curse, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you make it back to Clearwind. You get to the right side of the river. I could be mean and say you go there and the priest isn't there, but I'll say the priest is there. And so he does his ministrations on you. And so that removes one level of exhaustion from each of you who are exhausted.
Makes the nightmares go away for a day.
Makes the nightmares go away. So that if you do sleep, you will only be, you'll have regular chances of it. I'll actually just remove the exhaustion because it's just inconvenient. All right.
Can he do anything about the ear?
He does make a comment like, that looks like a pretty serious wound on your ear. What happened there, son?
What?
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 Other ear, other ear.
Yeah.
He goes to the other side. What happened to the other ear?
So I'll explain how yeah, I got the worse end of an attack and kind of lost it. Do you think you can regrow one or something?
That's probably beyond my ability, but maybe the high priest of Eo might be able to do it. You
All
know
right.
anybody who could get convinced?
Dudious, why didn't you already do this then?
Because I was making sure we made it back to town safely.
Okay, well,
Okay.
can you patch up his ear now? I mean, he just said the high priest can do it, right?
Well, we're here. Might as well let the high priest do it.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Yeah, let's go see him.
Plus, he looks kind of cool without his ear.
What?
Chicks dig scars.
It's kind of a look. It's kind of a
Chick
look. It
dicks.
fit into a pirate brand very nicely. So you want to go to the big temple of Eo and
Yeah.
meet with the obnoxious priest who makes Studious look pretty hip?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well played sound effect. Well played sound effect.
We'll
Thanks.
get
All right.
Dudious
So
to
it
do
is.
the
I
charming.
do recommend that you consider going back to the your cabin in the up by the Adventurers Guild and sleep because it's now
Yeah.
nighttime.
Yeah, we'll do that first for
All
sure.
right. So you do that. When you arrive, there is a message for you. And let me go find the thing I want to show you.
Did we get a
Message
long
for you,
rest
sir.
then?
Well, the message was there. You can ignore it in long rest and then deal with the message in the morning if you want.
It's a note.
And
We
let's
read the
message.
note before we go to bed.
All right. Let me go find. So it's a note. It has an interesting seal on the note. That looks like that.
Cool.
I'm gonna assume you open it, and
Mhm.
then let me go find the thing, and then I'll do the thing, and then where did I put that? I put that in stories.
It's
Okay.
It's a blood pact or whatever the damn thing was. Damn it.
Wax sealed.
All right. So the note goes, a scene stage. I hope this message finds you well and in good spirits. I have recently come across some intriguing whispers regarding the area surrounding Clearwind. It seems there are some unusual occurrences that might suggest the presence of something significant. While I cannot be certain, the tales of wild magic and unsettling forces have piqued my curiosity. Such phenomena are rare and linked to powerful artifacts, though I hesitate to jump to conclusions without further evidence. There have been reports of inexplicable power surges, particularly during rituals. These disturbances are said to disrupt the local magical balance, which is quite peculiar. I wonder if there might be some connections to an ancient relic and perhaps one of those legendary artifacts we've heard about in the old tales. The persistent nightmares afflicting some individual areas also seem to hint at something more than mere coincidence. I would be most grateful if you could look into these matters. Your expertise in uncovering the hidden truths of our world is unparalleled, and I believe your findings could shed light on these mysteries. Pay attention to any unusual events or disturbances that defy our usual understanding of magic. Your insights could prove invaluable. Additionally, I've heard of a crypt steeped in history and mystery that might hold some answers. It's said to be located within the gorge of some repute. While I cannot confirm its significance, it might be worth investigating. Who knows what secrets it might reveal? I trust you will approach the task with diligence and insight that you are known for. Your discoveries could be of great importance, not just to us, but to the broader understanding of arcane forces at play. Yours in pursuit of knowledge, a fellow seeker. So,
Uh,
somebody left you a note.
So we're already investigating the place that we're supposed to.
Yeah. Look at that.
I say it's probably the druid.
Do we recognize the handwriting? It's like
Uh,
the innkeeper's handwriting.
it looks like someone learned for sure. Ilios has in the back of his mind, he saw something about some of the symbols on the wax seal when he was researching at the Manikeep University there, the library, but can't quite place it in his mind of what it was. So maybe some more research is needed. Isn't that what every research ends with? More research is needed. All right. Meanwhile,
I am definitely
true.
down for doing some more research.
Meanwhile, you pull off a long rest. You get some XPs. And your exhaustions go away. You're no longer exhausted. Rag is still like an ear short of a pair.
Well, I mean,
You're an artificer. Can't you make one? I've seen
Make an
people with
ear?
hook
Make
for
me a
hands
hearing
and
aid.
stumps for legs. Can't you fashion some sort of bell
I
or something you stick in
probably
his
could
ear?
come up with something,
Eh?
but
A
just
little
using a
whore.
cone might be a little easier.
Eh?
Like like with the far end of a gramophone.
Yep, just stick it in. All right, so we took our rest. We read the letter. Ilias, do you want to go do research on the symbol and try to figure out more while we go get Reg's ear back?
I don't know enough about this world. Are seekers like Harpers? Are they an organization? The seekers, or is it just an ambiguous term? Somebody looking for something.
That's part of the mystery. There is no group you know of that are called the Seekers.
Okay.
That series wasn't continued, no. Wasn't there a sci-fi fantasy show called The Legend of the Seeker or something like that?
Yeah.
TV series? Yeah, but no. There is no group known as the Seekers that you're aware
I
of.
thought it was the Harry Potter like guy on the broom. Was it? Is it one of those guys called the Seekers?
Yes.
The
In the Quidditch game.
Quidditch game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. One of them, the seeker. Each team has one.
So
All
we're
right,
looking for a kid that looks like Harry Potter. Is that true? Is that?
or a Quidditch team.
Maybe we have to go down an alleyway.
All right. Immersion's broken.
Totally.
All right, so we're.
Oh, I guess we
So
could
you
close
sug-
this map.
So Justin and I will link arms and go to the library
Just follow
Okay.
the yellow brick road.
with our familiars
You know where it
in
is, so
tow.
it's not really a challenge.
With our familiars. Let's go there. Sounds great. Your ear's not bleeding anymore. You can go to the
Gotta
library.
find the familiar. And then Dudius and Rag are going to go to High Priest of Io.
Oh, I'd definitely go there. Yes. Come on, Rag. The high priest, we made an appointment, remember? To get your ear back.
Mhm.
Do you got the money?
Let's go. I take everything I've got, whatever it takes.
All right.
I've got the party's gems too in my pocket, so
That's what he was referring to. You got the
Nice.
loot, right? We could
Yep.
afford your ear.
I got some loot.
You also offer your services. So
Yes. Sell my body.
All right. So we'll split, but everybody can play along. Let's see.
I broke my character sheet and I don't feel like fixing it right now.
What?
Rag tells you
I don't
all
know.
that with his victory over the Gorgon, he is adding to his name, so he is Ragbrook now. Bear can name their names when they have certain achievements. They add syllables onto their name. So he's Ragbrook.
do you remove a syllable because you lost an ear?
Brook
Maybe if you were a
minus-
coward.
The third syllable will be ah. Ragbrook ah.
Yeah.
Do we have the leftover ear or did it get eaten? What happened to it?
Oh, was I not supposed to
You
eat
didn't
that? That was a snack.
say.
You ate your own ear.
It's like chewing on your own fingernail. It's chewy.
It might be a
Put on
little
a
All right.
necklace.
furry.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
wearing it
necklace.
around his neck. It's pierced.
Yeah. Like you're supposed to take enemies' ears, just that's the tradition, not your own.
So
Break
it's my new
tradition. I make
collection
my
of
own
ears.
tradition.
My own
Starting
ears.
with my own.
Like a tip jar, you always start it with your
Yeah.
own.
You gotta seed it.
There could be a tip of a finger there later and a tip of a toe.
We keep rolling ones, maybe.
You,
All
you
right.
could.
So you get to the Temple of Io. Dudius, being a man of the cloth, is able to get an appointment to talk to the high priest, who is, of course, as we know, Mr. Pompous himself, makes Dudius look pretty modest looking.
It's just our
What
way.
service? What service and boon do you ask of me?
My friend here has lost his ear, and he wishes it to be regrown.
I think it's an improvement, perhaps, but that could be arranged. Of course, it would require a meaningful donation to the temple.
You like popsicles?
What's the word meaningful mean?
I think he
You know,
holds out a
meaningful.
handful of gems. Like, which shiny rock do you think's meaningful to you?
Yeah.
Right?
I've got. I mean, I'll offer 100 platinum.
Well, Dudius is gonna try to use his vast knowledge of clerical stuff and
Give me a ballpark.
try to narrow it down to a certain donation amount. Oh, a 16 on his religion.
You have a sense of the pay scale involved here, and this is a grievous injury that would be healed, and one that's not, threatening the priesthood at all. And baby needs new shoes, and you think it might be around 500 gold,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
maybe more.
So 500 gold.
I think you gotta the
That's
500 and you gotta
50 platinum?
offer maybe a service, or do we have something the church might need, like dead vampire teeth or something? Do we?
I got a Naga bone toothpick. I don't know. I've been using it though.
I'm looking for
But I will, yeah, I will offer Let's see. I've got 156 platinum. That's times 10, right?
Yeah.
Platinum and gold. So yeah. So that's more than enough gold. I'll offer, say, 600 gold and 100 gold piece amber gem for a total of 700.
700. All right. Give me a influence check.
Me persuasion or
Yeah, persuasion. Sorry. That's one
Oh
of
wait, I
I'm
think I can
terribly
help with that. Hold on a second.
well, I'm going to use my inspiration on that one.
Oh, I can't help more than that though.
Guidance.
You,
A guidance, yes.
yeah, you can guidance me.
You should play my character more often. You're good at it.
You watch me
Little
roll
pigeon
double
in the
ones.
background. Guidance.
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 Can I
Guidance.
drop
You gonna
it?
apply it or?
I was dropped it on on your on your up top. It doesn't work that way. It's in your inventory now, I guess, if I drop it up there. Nice. A 4
You're
helped.
15. So the high priest looks at his little watch. Is like, I can fit this in now.
Perfect.
Like, let's go to the ritual chamber or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The
Take
ritual
another part of
chamber.
the temple. He has an assistant count your coin and eyeball your gem. And he casts effectively a regeneration like spell.
Nice.
And your ear grows back.
Eat. All right, let me remove the effects gone. Let me delete the
deleted it.
amber gem from my
Oh yeah.
character sheet. That's the 100 gold piece gem. And I got a bunch of empty items in my empty lines that I can't delete. They keep popping back up if I try. So 156 will become 96. Yeah. 96 platinum for the 600 gold.
All right.
Very
So
cool.
meanwhile, at the Mana Keep library,
I'm still in my Mana Keep student garb,
yes.
robes.
So you are researching the wax seal. And I don't know. So you go to the library. Like, how are you gonna this? Like, you have this vague memory that you saw it somewhere in the library when you were doing other research. Like, parts of the symbol look familiar to you.
So if he would not know himself, he would ask around and see if someone who there's a scribe there or someone who can works at the scriptorium who could
Yeah,
His name's
recognize the symbol.
Dewey.
Dewey Cheatham and Howe.
No, the Dewey Decimal System. The Dewey.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it. Dewey Decimal System. So you go to there. There's like a couple of scribes who are the book tenders, and you gonna show them the seal, I assume.
Yes.
Well, I don't recognize that one, but we have a section with heraldry and signet rings and family crests and those kind of things. There's probably something there. I know there's some books on these kind of signet seals, which is probably what this was, something like that. So go over here. He writes down a number. Go to floor 6, row 12, section B, and there's a bunch of books there. And Earl's Guide to Signs and Sigils is probably the best place to start. So you go, I assume you go research that. You find the book. Roll me a d4. So after 2 hours, you stumble across this book that is kind of like a scribe's guide to seals, I guess is the way to put it. And it has a bunch of them listed, of various flavors. And they kind of have, you ever seen those books where like you're trying to figure out what kind of tree it is? Like, is it a round leaf? Is it a sharp leaf? Like, it's got that
Right.
kind of approach to seals. And so give me an insight check. And so you figure out kind of how to walk that through, and it says, well, is it pointed? Is it rounded? Is it this? Is it open? Is it closed? Is it complex? Is it simple? So it takes you to a section, and it says, like, go look at this section, go look at that section. You see a whole bunch of signs and sigils arranged in the book that follow the rough shape. So these are kind of pointed symbols that are open and not symmetrical. That's the section you're in. And then you see a bunch of, hundreds of hand-drawn sigils. And so roll another d4. And pretty quickly, you drill in and you find one that's a pretty close match. Like the squirrely bits on the top aren't there, but that core symbol, kind of the lopsided arrow, if you would, and the kind of looks like a harp or something, you're not sure. You find a reference to that. And what does it say? Mark, what does it say? Let's go back to your plot line. Sorry, there's something that wasn't in the module that I wrote that I gotta go find. So you sort of dial into who it is, and you believe it's related to a scholar in the area who goes by the name of Thorn. Not someone you've heard of before. But somebody who is yeah. So you see a reference to Thorn, and there's a smudge on the page, scholar.
So the smudge is blocking what type of scholar he is.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Does
it's
it have an
interesting
E on the
because
end?
there's no. It's Thorn. And it's odd because that's really the only defect or blemish you've seen in the book.
Is there any other information on Thorn in this book?
Not in this book, no. But it is, I should add, it is a reasonably recent entry. So this book has had a couple of editions. And this entry, you do find some footnotes that say was added in the most recent edition, which is only maybe 3 to 5 years old.
Okay.
So, all right. So, you've got to that point in your research. I'd say now the other part of the party is finished with the high priest. Rag is now symmetrical in appearance with his ears and is no longer compromised on being surprised and attacked and all that kind of stuff. So let's go back to Rag and Dudius. Now that your business with the priesthood is concluded, what would you like to do?
Get some food and go back to
Yeah.
Get meat on a stick?
yeah.
5 or 10 meats on a stick.
Yeah. Like a whole cow's worth of meats on a stick?
Yeah, just give me the cow. I don't need the stick.
There you go. All right. So where are you gonna head? So you find a a street side merchant that you've seen before that looked enticing, and you get some meat on a stick. And it's quite tasty. In fact, it's very tasty. So now let's say it's in the afternoon.
Is there anybody else we're supposed to check up with here?
Mm-mm.
Did we finish the fetch quest we had for Virgil? Virgil's Arcane Emporium.
Do not
Was that
believe
where-
that you did.
I think the other thing we were waiting for was the fair.
There's a letter in my inventory titled Thistlewood Letter, and it's about an investigation into the arcane anomalies to seek out the evidence of strange magical events, cryptic occurrences, or disturbances. It's very similar to that letter we got from the Seeker. One labeled the Seeker.
Did it have a seal?
I don't have anything in the item record that says that.
That
This
one
is
did not have a seal.
Is it the same handwriting?
the language is very similar.
I thought we had all the ingredients to remove the curse. We just need to find somebody to
do.
do the ritual.
And the time. Like there's a
Yeah.
certain phase of the moon it needs to happen, which is about a week out.
Isn't there a
6
fair
days
coming
now.
up, or did that already happen?
There is. The fair starts tomorrow.
Now, should we
The town
go?
is kind of buzzy as a result. People are arriving in large numbers.
Well, since the curse thing is happening to multiple people in the city, and this informant apparently thinks it has something to do with that dungeon that we were in, should we go try to finish clearing out the rest of the dungeon and find out what's going on down there?
I think we did.
You
We
did
did.
actually
Yeah,
clear all
there's
of it
nothing
out.
else
Oh, we cleared it all. Okay.
Yeah, we did the completionist engine.
except for whatever we were jumping across. We didn't go down that chasm.
Yeah, fall
Chasm
down.
that
The
had no
lava.
bottom. Yeah. And it ended in lava. The floor was lava.
Okay. What quests do we currently have?
Yeah, all my
So-
notes have to do with stuff that we've already finished, so I have nothing.
Yeah, Ilios. So do you all regroup? Is that
Yeah,
just
Yeah, we get food and we go back
Regroup.
to the cabin.
yeah. Go
yeah?
hang out
And
there.
you're back at the
relax.
cabin, and Rag mentions, I remember this letter. Ilios looked at the new letter, and he starts looking at the handwriting, and they're very, very different handwriting for sure. But you do see there is some common overlap. So give me an investigation check. You kind of come up with this theory that maybe the letter you received now was trying to recount events that happened in the past, but we're trying to make it seem like it was in the present. So you sort of get the sense that the Thistlewood letter from Wind Whisperer is way older than the note that you got, but they was trying to make it seem like the things in that letter were current events.
All right, so I'll share that with the party.
Okay. Party is thus informed.
So somebody's messing with our heads? Is that
Maybe.
That's how I
maybe not.
feel.
Um,
Bob's gotta be right back.
okay. That. The other curiosity that Ilios is pondering is, are they actually talking about the same crypt?
It seems very coincidental,
Crypt in a gorge.
right? Maybe there's another one in the gorge. We just missed it.
That could very well be.
Or there's another one in another gorge.
So while you're pondering that thought, the lead of the Adventurer Guild is knocking on your door.
We paid on
Ooh.
Thursday.
We have a badge or something from them, don't we? Like we're part of them.
It's the Adventurers Guild.
He's
What can
not
we do
knocking
for you?
Quick.
aggressively. He's just, gentlemen,
Quick.
gentlemen, are you in?
Yeah. Come on in.
All right, so he comes in.
Mind the
and he
smell.
says, there's been a number of inquiries about your whereabouts. Have you been adventuring?
We're adventurers. Just being us, we're adventuring. We've been out and about, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, there's been this, I don't know, kind of scruffy dwarf who's been looking for you. But he won't ever quite say his name, and he's not really directly saying he's looking for you, but you know, I've been around the block enough. It's pretty obvious he's looking for you.
Does he look like a seeker?
I don't know what a seeker would look like. He
Oh,
definitely is seeking something.
we were hoping somebody does.
He's desperately seeking Dudius. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe he's bringing me my inheritance.
Maybe he thinks we owe him money. Where has he
comes
been?
around again. What should I tell him? I didn't tell him that this is where you were staying.
Tell him that
Ask him where he's staying so we can go meet with him.
Or
If he returns, I will ask where he can be contacted a little more directly. That's all. I just want to let you know that
he's
somebody's
from
looking
the
for you. Maybe they
Adventuring
had work.
Guild, the Adventurers Guild, right?
Yeah, he's like the guy who runs the office.
How did he know where we were staying? Did we leave our name there?
You rented the cabin from him.
Okay, just
yeah.
It's one of the
Got it.
Adventuring Guild's, you know, temporary residences for
It's a perk.
adventurers.
So I think the overall plan is we're going to the fair tomorrow, or is it today? Do we?
Right.
This is the next day, I think.
Yeah, the Grand Fair. The Grand Fair. Do you have any particular things you want to do at the fair? Things you want to buy, things you want to sell?
So I would like to use my cartographer's tools and make a map of the
Oh, speaking of
place where he
maps,
lost his ear.
there is a map that I gotta give you that was from the other day, from when you were in the, when you were in that last room, there was a map there. I'll figure out what the hell I called it and I'll share it with you. That was sort of a genuine, a distinct clue. Oh yeah, there was this.
Map to tower.
Very, very clever name that I came up with.
Do we recognize the language?
You do not. You think it might be just some like ancient version of a language that's more current now, like Old English versus English kind of situation.
Okay, so I will cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
Do we recognize any of the landmarks?
You do not.
Now that I can
But
read it, does that help?
it helps some. It talks about a wizard kingdom. It seems like there's a few different names for parts of the river.
Okay, so they're proper nouns.
Yeah, they're like, features of the river, but you get the sense that they're descriptions of the river itself, like, this bank, that bank kind of stuff, this crossing, this ford, those kind of bits. And give me a insight. There's nothing on the map that tells you the name of the river exactly. But when you're looking at this, you remember seeing on another map, which I don't have, so I'm making this part up. The main river that comes through Clearwind, that kind of cuts across Panovo and goes to another lake. So it's kind of, there's a long river that connects Star Lake to Two Moon Lake. That there was a tributary off of that you read something one time that there was this sort of lone, like, not quite mountain, but huge, outcropping mesa kind of thing. That could be a description of this. So if you go on the river between Star Lake and Two Moon, and you find one of the offshoot rivers, possibly that's where it may be, in the direction somewhere between Feld and Opold on the Panovo map. If you don't have the Panovo map, I can reshare it if that would be handy.
Can you spell those two cities?
Feld is F-E-L-D-T, and Opold is O-P-O-L-D.
Yeah, if you could share the Panovo map, I don't see it anywhere.
I shared it at the beginning. So this is a big map. So if you look in the big map, there's a huge section of green in sort of the middle upper side, and then there's a couple of big lakes. You're
It
at
might still
Clearwind,
be
which is in
loading.
Star Lake.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
mine's still loading.
There
The
it
big
goes.
map.
There it is.
We're at Clearwind.
You're at Clearwind. So if you go upriver, which is really more like, I guess technically it's a canal because it connects to two lakes, to Two Moon Lake. The second city on the river is Felt. And then south of Felt is Opold. And so not shown on the map, but you think there's a river, smaller river that feeds into the big one. Yeah, somewhere around there.
On the back of the map, is there any kind of writing?
If we
There's
hold it up
something
in the
very faint you can't
moonlight,
quite make out. But
So I
nothing.
am skilled in calligraphy. Does that include things like um, hidden messages or restoration, things like that? Do I have any
Um.
tools I could use to try to?
Well, you guys are back in your crash pad, so you have whatever things you may need there. Um, you think it's just something that faded. Uh, maybe like it wasn't in the right kind of ink and it washed out. It's definitely writing of some kind. Not a lot.
Okay.
So give me well, hey, let's see if you roll another 9. Give me an
Give you what? A calligraphy check?
was calligraphy its own skill? Sure, give me a calligraphy check. Oh yeah. You think it is the mark of the person who created the map and the year at which they created it, which if the year is correct would be about 300 years ago.
Okay. Do I know of any major significant battles, or anything like that in this area between Felt and Opold in the last 300 years?
Uh, you do not know off the top of your head.
Okay.
That you don't know. So, let's see. You think maybe you should go back and do some more regional research on the area between Feld and Opal in the library.
All right. So I'll share what I found. This map appears to have been made about 300 years ago, um, and it should correspond to the area between Felt and Opold. But I don't know the significance of this tower, or
Oh,
don't remember
well,
anything in this area.
there was there's a somebody he's struggling. I think there's a book here, and he writes a thing down on a slip of paper and hands it to you. Like, I go look in this section. I think there's a travel history from that part of world. Something about shade touched or crags or something. I don't remember exactly. I remember somebody else asking you about it a few weeks ago. And
All right,
so he hands you this
look up.
paper and gives you the name of a book to go look at, and you go find said book, I assume, unless you don't
Yes.
want to look for it. So you find the book, and it's it's kind of like a traveler's tale of exploring the lands between the two lakes and whatnot, and it's from about 350 years ago or so. And the guy is a super boring writer. He talks about like what he decided to have for breakfast that day and how his clothes fit him and like all kinds of bullshit. Um, But then he does tell this, you kind of skim through it, and he does talk about this section um, after the founding of Opold, which is only a few hundred years old, maybe 400 or 500 years old, that there was a section, and the reason the road doesn't go directly to Opold from Felt is there's a section that everyone avoided. And so they actually would go around. They'd go back to the lake to Rasberg and then to Felt. They wouldn't go straight across the country um, because there was this area that, description-wise, could fit where this tower on the hill is. These crags, these little mountains that held all of the attention of the people because just strange things happened there, and so it could have cast, I don't know, an aura, if you would, of like stay away from here. But there is a river that goes through it, and so fishermen would try and go up the river, and then they would turn around and come back. And the land around these crags didn't seem like the rest of the climate. It seemed way drier and scrappier land, more harsh. That didn't and dry, and it didn't really fit the more green, grassy plains kind of situation and light forests that were around the rest of the area.
All right, so I'll copy anything of pertinence, and then put the books back. And head back to the rest of the group. Tell them what I found.
Okay. So you all meet back at the cabin. You're contemplating dinner at this point. Since you're not on the road, you're extra hungry, and you decide to go find a bite to eat.
Did you guys want to go to the Adventurers Guild and see if this dwarf is there?
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
All right. So you want to go back to the guild hall?
Is Justin a member of the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm the only one that's not.
Yeah, but you're with other members, so you're
Right.
allowed. You're part of their adventuring party. That's respected in the Adventurers Guild.
You're adopted in.
I don't know how I broke my character sheet, but I'm still trying to fix it.
Oh,
I got spells blown up on my sheet. Okay. We don't have
So
You're a
is that
cleric,
you,
so
Rag? Are
you
you
get
the
all of them
face
Yeah.
set to prepare.
at the Adventurers Guild?
I'm sorry. What was that, Sven?
I was asking, is Rag the one who deals with the Adventurers Guild?
Rag is definitely a member, and he's always enthusiastic and excited to go there. So yeah, he would march on in and. Where's the dwarf?
You want to toss the dwarf? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's toss them. They like it, I hear.
All right. So you go back to the guild hall. There's a smattering of people. It seems way busier than it has been. Clearwind. But you suspect that's probably adventurers and company and caravans for the fair and things like that. So there's, a fairly boisterous attitude, particularly at the bar. And okay, nice. Fix that. And Ilios has a package waiting for him. How's that?
Are they meant Girl Scout cookies? Because Rag would have ate them.
Samoas.
He's sniffing at the package.
Tagalongs, that's where it's at, man.
Yeah, I like to tag along myself.
I like the Samoas. And the
Who
knees.
has? Is it
This one's with a
Justin or
coconut.
Dudius who has the detect magic?
Love it.
Dudious is a ritual.
Justin has it as a ritual as well.
Justin would. Dudious would allow Justin to do it.
Rag pretends he can detect magic with his smell, but he really can't.
You throw it
that
against the
smells
wall.
magic.
If it breaks, it's not magic.
That's right.
Works
So
100% of the time.
that's why Dudious doesn't like to cast it, because Rag keeps putting his nose in his butt, seeing if he can smell it.
Would you mind checking this to see if there's magic before I try
Sure,
to open
I'll
this?
do the
I'm
ritual
not
to detect
expecting
magic.
anything.
What is it? Table D? What's the chat one?
Table D's nice, yeah.
And what's it supposed
Table.
to be?
Oh, mine is table B.
B.
I think Manicuri made it, didn't you?
I don't know if Mark
I
has
made
that
one. I don't know if I've shared that one with Mark.
Oh,
What was that?
I made a table for random magic items, that has a nicer distribution, I think, anyway.
Oh,
And
If you like
includes,
potions of climbing. If you like
but
this-
includes
Okay.
spells all the way up to like 8th level for random scrolls, but of course significantly more rare. I'll gift it to you
okay.
for next time.
Meanwhile, I'll do table B. Potion of water breathing. That could be handy. I don't know if it's somebody's trying to send you a message or not.
Question: can Ilios use his horn as a snorkel under the water?
He doesn't
No.
breathe from it, so.
If you
Yeah,
cast,
exactly.
if you pour a potion of water breathing on it.
Oh, okay.
It does help with my narwhal costume, though.
There you go. Potion of
Say
water
that
breathing.
that
Add
could
it to
be
the
really
party
cool
sheet.
under the water with his little snorkel.
Potion of
And I
water
can
breathing.
cast minor illusions so bubbles can come up from the tip of the
There you go.
horn.
So you continue to talk to people, and you run into some other adventurers who you've seen around before. So they've been in and out of the guild, not new arrivals like most of the people here. And they tell you, hey, some dwarf was looking for you. Kind of scruffy lad.
Was he an old dwarf, young dwarf,
Did you see where he went?
He's too
tall,
short to notice where he went. No, I don't know.
short dwarf?
He had a gray beard. He looked like he'd been around the block once or twice. Wasn't a proper adventurer, mind you, but did have leather armor, which is not, nothing.
Did he look like the combat-y type, or like he stuck his nose in books all the time, like
He
this one
looked
over
like
here?
this one over here, kind of a bookworm, but could, get in a scrap or two if he had to.
All right. When was he last here?
Day or two ago. He came by a couple of times.
Did he say where we could find him?
He said something about this this cavern that he frequented. The one that Captain Leora runs.
No, the Fest
What's the
House.
name of it? Not the guest house. No, she runs a little bar. Just a couple, few blocks away. Not that far away. Kind of small hole in the wall place though.
Brothel.
I'm always thirsty. Should we go get a drink? See what the short guy has to offer?
We know where it's at? Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, you have a vague enough description to figure out where it is. Not that it shouldn't be that hard to find.
Who else wants to go? Anybody? Rag's buying. First
We'll all
round.
go.
Sure, let's all go.
All right. So you go to the nameless bar run by Captain Leora.
Right.
All right, so you go, a few blocks away, and the name of the bar is the Windlass. Like, yeah, that's the place they were describing. They just couldn't remember the name. The sign's not easy to read, and maybe these ones don't even know how to read. Who knows? The other adventurers, they were more like your caravan guarding type adventure dudes. And the fact that they haven't been employed for a few weeks means they're probably not even that good. But you go into the bar, I assume, yes?
Yes.
Feels like the thing you would do. All right.
Rag
and
will step up and try to order some mead.
All right. In the bar, you notice it's not a very big place, but you notice this woman who looks like that.
Nice.
And
Nice.
you're guessing that's Leora. And maybe at that moment we'll pause for our break.
Break time. Well, I will set the timer for we'll take an 11-minute break.
Nice, 11.
Well, almost 11. By the time I get the slideshow going, it'll probably be 10. But we're going to take a break and go get drinks and use the facilities. And if you're out there, you guys do the same. You get 10 minutes. So
This
we'll be back.
break goes to 11.
Okay, we're back. Live.
We're back
Yeah.
live, not Memorex. All right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So you're at the windlass. You've seen Leora, although she's not where you are, but you've seen her in the tavern, which you believe is her place. You've ordered some mead, I believe that was the order.
Rag will definitely order mead.
All right. And what would you like to do? Drink your mead and go home?
I think Rag should go chat
Well,
up
are there
the
any
captain.
dwarves in here?
There are not. There's
Oh,
quite a few halflings, so you kind of look, but they have a different look to them. They're a lot more slender than the dwarves typically are, who are a little more bulky.
maybe a little less hairy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rag will take his large mug of mead and walk up to this lady. Hey, lady! My name's Ragbrook, and I heard there was a dwarf looking for me here. You seen a dwarf in here sometime recent?
Dwarves come in here from time to time, sure. Everybody likes a drink.
Any
I'm
dwarves
Leora. Who
looking
are
for
you again?
bears?
Rag?
Ragbrook.
Ragbrook.
I'm with
Okay,
the
Ragbrook.
Adventurers Guild.
Oh, you're with those other ones over there? She kind of nods towards the rest of your crew.
Yeah, they kind of follow me around.
They follow you
Duteous
around. Okay.
waves when she looks over.
Got it. Yeah,
Got
yeah.
his holy symbol of Eo shining.
Yeah, there was a gruffy dwarf in, I don't know, hand-me-down leather is what I would call it, and was looking for a bunch of adventurers. I sent him off to the Adventurers Guild because that's where all the adventurers go, because that's where adventuring happens, right? I've had enough
Yeah,
of
that's
these
kind of how it
things.
works.
Um,
Did he give a name? We've been looking for him. He's looking
not
for
that
us.
I'd say. No, I don't recall. He was asking about the Shade Touch Crags, though, in addition to looking for you lot.
Shade Touch Crags. Okay.
I flew over that once back when I was the airship captain. Sketchy place it is.
What's over there?
Well, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like it's between, kind of between the lakes, between Star Lake and Two Moons Lake, and between Felt and Opold. Like it seems like everybody just avoids the area, and so I just flew that way as a shortcut one time. Didn't have the best trip that time. Everybody blamed the place we flew over.
Is he like
Because
cursed or something?
even, sailors are a superstitious lot, and airship sailors even more so.
Yeah. Ilios, you know anything about that place over there that she mentioned?
Do I?
It's sign language. Over there.
Well, when you hear the word shade touched, a few of the words on the river map might lend itself to, like
Okay.
the Great Shadow Curve and things like that, with descriptions of the river. The pointed teeth. Like you could see where shade
So I don't
touched
see
crags
anything on
could
the
correspond with a few of the things
biome
on the
map.
map. No, this is off the map. I mean, it's physically on the map somewhere, but there's no marker on
Is there a large tower where you flew over?
it. I don't remember a tower. There's some ruins. May have been a tower once, hard to say. We were getting a mighty headwind and some wind shear, and I was trying to really keep the airship together. So, and it's a few years ago. I do remember it was very turbulent because the air all of a sudden got very dry when we flew over there. So we picked up a lot of extra loft.
We did find a kid at a tower that was blown up by magic.
It was a different tower. That was a different direction. It
That's
was
all
much
I
closer to
remember.
Clearwind.
I remember a tower.
Hmm.
I don't have quoting. That requires figuring out how to set that up, and I just didn't feel like doing it.
Okay, well, then you didn't do it.
Wonder why that dwarf
Didn't
wants
seem
us in
important to me to do
this
it.
place.
Do you expect the dwarf will be back anytime soon?
Is this just a
Uh,
tavern or is this an inn?
It's a tavern only. We don't have guests who stay.
I mean, I can stay and drink all day until he comes back.
Maybe those halflings know him. Judas is
All
gonna
right, well, you
go.
can start. Go ahead.
He's gonna go over to the halflings and say, "You guys come in here often?"
Every chance we get.
We're looking for a dwarf that's been looking for us. I'll buy you a round of drinks if you could tell me where he's staying, so we can
A
quit
round of
looking for him.
drinks. You have our interest, sir. And so they start talking amongst themselves, because nothing gets their brains going like free drinks. And well, I don't know where he was staying, but he would always, he came here 2 or 3 times in the last month. Only stayed an hour or two, which is, not enough time to properly drink, particularly for a dwarf. I mean, he's kind of heavy. So I don't know what he was doing there. He always, when I only saw him leave once, and he went out the door and turned to the left. But I don't know where he was going. He didn't say. We weren't really asking, and he wasn't buying drinks for us, so we didn't really pay that much attention.
I don't feel like I know where he's at then, so maybe I still buy you a round of drinks. But if he comes in, why don't you follow him and find out where he's going? How's that? I'll buy him
All
a
right,
round of
we
drinks
can do
as a
that for sure.
bribe.
All right, consider them bribed.
And just consider that we don't know this dwarf from Adam, so, if something happens with his pouch or whatever, have a good day. Implying.
Something from his
All right.
pouch somehow falls into
Yeah, and
yours.
he'll make sure he's still got his pouch before he leaves the area.
All right. So you finish your drink, you've chatted the folks up, you got a tiny scrap of info. So
I
far,
get him.
Leora is the only one who's given you solid clues of where this tower or this mesa is. She had a little better description. Definitely confirmed it's just up a spur of the river. On the river, it's between Greyhurst and Feld, the tributary that goes towards Opal, where this base is. That you think
Duties
might
is
be a candidate for your map.
he only heard part of the conversation, but when he's walking back over to where we were sitting, he's gonna stop by to Leora. Leora?
Leora. Mm-hmm.
Leora. I heard you mention you were an airship pilot, Captain.
Yeah, captain, retired now. Flew all over Panovo.
Ah, so you would know where we can hire an airship?
There aren't airships around this parts, which is why I retired here. Um, the biggest concentration of them is on the western coast, in Surskia and sorry, not Surskia, north of Surskia. in the Glimshingle Union, which you're a priest of Eo, you know the Eoteats Mountains. That's really where the airships are most prevalent. That's where they have their foundry, where they make them in Glimshingle. But they travel well, and so I would come over here. I would do the coast to coast run mostly. So I'd go from Surskia, the capital there, Radness, and then I'd travel over Eos Teeth, go across Elelian Kingdom, stop here in the lakes, keep going across the Velez Empire, and wind up at Darendava. So I do a coast to coast travel in my route, which is how I happen to be over and notice this particular place, and had a few moorings here in Clearwind. They weren't really equipped for airships to land, so I had to land out in the farmer's field. It was very odd. I missed your ping. What were you pinging?
Darendava.
Yeah, it's like way on the coast here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically going, coast to coast in the north from, Oregon to Maine.
The northern route.
This was the U.S.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the U.S. just a little bit.
A little bit. I just noticed that.
California butt cheek.
Yeah.
So each grid is kind of like 3 days on foot.
Well, that's a legit good question. Yeah, something like that.
Well, it looks to be like 50
50,
miles.
60 miles, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
about 50.
2.5 days, 24.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah, it's exactly 50 miles. Each hex is 50 miles.
There you go.
A little over 2 days.
Yeah. Now there is barges that go between Clearwind and Rasberg. So you could easily get to Feld by boat.
That sounds like a way that Dudius would like to travel, is not walk.
That's right.
So a horse
Favorite
or
mode of
barge.
transportation,
Yeah.
not walking.
Rag is very nervous on the boat. He's
Well, the
always
good
afraid it's
news
gonna
is you're on a
capsize.
river and you can see land on both sides.
Even still.
Should we see if we can pay for a priest to come with us and keep doing that bless, so that way we don't have those exhaustions?
Yeah, too bad we don't have a priest in
On
our
a
own
boat,
party.
who cares if you're exhausted?
What are you talking about? Bless doesn't stop exhaustion.
We'll just stick a fishing pole in your hand, you'll call it good.
No, that ceremony thing that stops the nightmares.
Yeah, because if we're talking about multiple days of travel, etc., there's a good chance we're going to get affected by that.
There is.
So should we see if we can rent a priest?
A ritual priest that goes with us? Do we have to like get a little tent and stuff for him to stay in? Maybe
Go
I
on his
can
own
learn
room
how to
and
do it.
access to the minibar. Yeah.
Yeah. Ceremony spell or whatever it is.
So are we talking about going on the chase, following this 350-year-old map to these ruins?
Well, I thought we'd wait for the fair.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
And-
Tomorrow we'll do the fair. And then if the dwarf doesn't show up, then that's the only other avenue we have, isn't it?
Well, I thought
Okay.
we'd wait around till you can complete your ritual. And then we can go traipsing across the countryside.
Oh yeah, we got what, less than a week,
week?
for
6 days. Yeah.
Don't want to be out traveling and then miss your chance because
right.
you're in the middle of a lake somewhere.
1, 2,
Is there a forest of boars we can go and
4,
just
5,
grind
6,
for
7. We got
a couple
8 days
days?
out there.
Grind XP.
We can go back and see if the vampires respawn. How many
They are
times can we
spawned,
get the
so-
XP from the same undead? Was that? Was that a
You
thing?
need about 2,300 XPs each to get to 5th level.
How many
When your last
more?
encounter, you got like 1,500 each.
How
Yeah,
many
I
more
was
boar
thinking that's a
tusks do
good
we
one.
have to collect? I mean, 100 boar tusks? Really? World of
What was that?
Warcraft. It's 100 boar tusks. You gotta go 100.
That's grinding at its best right there.
I was like, you see like a AOE spellcaster come through and kill like 10 at a time, and you're like a rogue going, eh, one. You got, but when go over this guy. All right. So we're
So we're
gonna,
hang around the fair and try to find the dwarf.
yeah, and eat like
Yeah.
Okay.
eat interesting
We can
food.
spend the rest of the afternoon at this inn, at this tavern.
Were
Yeah.
we gonna see if we could find somebody at the fair that could do the ritual to get the thing?
Yes, we need somebody who can cast a ritual.
Yeah, you have the ingredients needed for the ritual. You've secured all those, the mana water and dark fur and those kind of things. You know when it has to happen, which is 6 days from now in the moonlight. And you just need somebody who can do it.
And we had a lead that we knew somebody was going to be at the fair that can do it, but we
Correct.
just don't
Mhm.
know who. We gotta wander around asking.
We gotta investigate
you-
the fair.
All right.
So in the fair, did we say we were gonna like help the fair or
No, well,
something?
you were gonna help the cool hip priest of EO just deal with the extra volume of people in the fair because accidents happen, loading unloading wagons and this, that, and the
Justin's
other.
helping on the first aid tent.
Yeah.
Brad can work security.
There
A
you go.
bouncer.
Well,
You can be a
Judius wants
bouncer
to
at the fair.
see if he can help find this priest that's gonna, or not. That's not necessarily a priest, but this person
Miracle
that's
Max?
gonna. Yeah, that was like 3 hour of filming for a 5 minute scene.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So you spend the rest of your afternoon day drinking at the tavern. Basically the plan. Coming up with grand ideas of what you're gonna do at the fair.
Yep.
Yep.
See if we can get any information about the travel between Greyhurst or through Greyhurst and Felt. Well, if there's any travelers that come in, any new people.
Okay. Well, one of the halflings at Leora's bar, the Windlass, says, "Yeah, I used to work on the ferry that goes from Clearwind to Rasburg. I know all about it. What do you need to know?"
How long does it take?
Takes about a week. We stop
Eh,
overnight spots and like that's the general fare. But we were doing heavy cargo, so we weren't really in a rush.
is there any transportation that's more not cargo? Like for
There's
people?
some for hire passenger ferries that go
Is there
3 hour
any
tour. Yeah.
How are the boats propelled? Is there like sails, or is some guy with a big pole pushing it?
Well, there's all kinds. Like it depends what you want to pay. Like the craziest one is there's a magical paddle wheel. That's probably the fastest on the water.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Do you
Speedboat.
know somebody there that we should ask for?
Oh, everybody knows gig.
Gib.
Gig's kind of a crazy gnome who runs this paddle wheeler boat.
And how often does he go? Let's say we want to be in Felt in 2 weeks. How soon do we need to book passage?
I would check with his booking office. I don't know where he is. I'm not really paying attention to the schedule anymore.
His booking
But
office at the harbor?
in Clearwind, yeah,
Ooh.
it's just over, points like, not that it's helpful, but he's just over there, like next to the
Yeah.
thing, next to the old farmer spot.
We all look. Oh yeah. Like we know.
Oh yeah. He gives you a vague enough description, you probably can go find it.
So I think we should at least like inquire about it, see how much it costs to go on the magical ferry.
Yeah, on the Clearwind map, it's in verdant greens in that section of buildings closest to the bridge. So if you're looking at your map, point out where it is. You can remember how this stuff works. It's like over there. So easy enough to find.
Well, that's on our stop before we go spend the night before the fair tomorrow.
Okay. So if you want to roll out of the tavern and go to Gig's booking office, you can certainly do that before you turn in for the night.
I can wait here for the dwarf, see if he comes back. Get
Alright.
another
meet
2-3
us-
gallons of mead.
Yeah, just meet us back at the cabin.
I'll stay with him. So at least we'll have a
Wait,
couple of us here and a couple
am I
there.
going by myself? I look over at Justin. Feel like going
He's going to the first aid tent.
That's tomorrow.
That way he can. Yeah, but I need to like stock up my extra healer's kit, whatnot. I'll come with you first, and then we'll swing by and I'll stock up the healer's kit that's running low.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
good,
so
because
split the party. Split
we'll
the
split
party.
the
yay.
party.
Party hath been split.
We're trying to do
Um,
two things at once. See,
Yeah. Well, you are doing two things at once.
get drunk
So-
and do more
And
quest
party.
stuff.
Yeah. Those are two different
Those
things.
are
All right. Rag's a little hammered. It takes a lot of meat to get Rag hammered too. So
Rag likes
Uh,
honey.
at least your ear doesn't hurt anymore.
Yeah, he's celebrating.
so Justin
Got my ear
and-
back.
Justin and Dudius are going to the Gig's booking office, right?
Yes.
What I heard.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go to the booking office, you find it without much difficulty. It's in that sort of inner courtyard there. And it's just a small little shack, and there's looks to you like a young girl working there.
Hello, I'm the greatest clerico EO you've ever met, named Dudius, and this is my friend Justin. Don't
Take it.
mind the turtle shell.
All right. Well, Gig's out on the river. I expect him back in 3 days. So what arrangements are you trying to make? You said you had future plans?
Ugh. Yeah, we want to discuss transportation for 4, 5, well, 3 and a really big guy to go to Feld. How much and when is the next boat?
Well, he's leaving.
On a jet
Just looking through a book. Like I got booked. Just going to shorter run. Well, he's gonna go to Felt as soon as he gets back. He's actually gonna go all the way to Rasberg. He's got another run. The run from Clearwind to Feld takes about 4 days.
Is there a run in about 2 weeks?
2 weeks out. Charter. I could do 2.5 weeks. I think he'd be back. He's got another run. He won't be back until 17 days from now is the next time he's supposed to be back.
That sounds about
And
what we're
then-
looking for. How much for just we're adventurers, so we could help protect if we need to as well.
How much is
river's
for the
quite
reservation?
For 4, you bring in your own food, or we providing meals? You know, a little haggling here and there.
Well, we've got some gold. Maybe a platinum or
We'll
two.
purchase.
Okay, so you're gonna take meals from us.
Like,
Or
are they
you
good
saying one of
meals?
them's
I mean,
quite big.
what,
Do you need
is
private
it
rooms? Do you
airline food? What's happening here?
Yeah, private food, private rooms.
It's train food, Drake. Just
do the tax, do the port fees? You're staying on the ship overnight.
You remember
while we
that?
stop?
Are we staying on the ship overnight?
The full
week.
first class experience.
Yes. Yeah, we'll stay on the ship.
All right. So she starts writing some things down, doing some calculations. Looks at you
There's
twice.
like abacus involved here. Oh,
Yeah. Taxes, mooring fees, lead paint charge, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? It's gonna be 120 gold for the 4 of you.
All right.
30 gold each.
inventory 30 gold each. All right, so duties to cover it and then try to get money back from his party members later. Are you guys going to pay him later so we can just do the math and be done with it?
Justin will go ahead and pay his portion now.
All right.
So it's
you
like
have
3
yourself a
platinum.
reservation. So it's half now, half on, you know, onboarding.
So 15 now each.
Yes.
I just threw in 3 platinum.
Okay. You have yourself a reservation.
He
Anything?
also has lots of reservations.
What was the
Justin,
Seinfeld
give
about
me-
the reservation? You know how to take a
You
reservation.
can take the reservation.
The holding of the reservation is.
It's part of the reservation. Yeah. What the heck skill did I want you to check, Justin? Can't think of the right one. Give me a perception check, please. You are very perceptive, and you notice that most of the coins go into one box, but 2 of the coins go into a different box.
Is it labeled tip?
You could consider that, yes. You think the sales girl made her own commission schedule.
In other words,
Is she?
we would. Suckers.
Is she cute? It's a joke.
Yeah, not bad.
She looks a little bit like a snapping turtle. You like her.
Just Reg's type.
A little small for Rag.
Break her in half. What are you talking about?
All right.
Okay.
Do they give
Your
us a?
reservation is booked.
Do we get a coupon or something?
She writes a little ticket for you with the time. Gives you instructions to where the pier is on the river, which is
Are we?
oddly not very far from the docking, not very far from the booking office. It's on the other side there.
Are you actually keeping up the calendar and stuff? Are we gonna pin it to the calendar idea?
Oh, sure. Why don't we do that?
You know, we have all this technology. Is it the 14th of springtide?
It's actually the 16th.
The 16th.
I don't know how to advance it.
You gotta hit the.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go. I did. Yeah. So,
Like almost everything in Fantasy Grounds, it's a couple different ways.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did it that way.
So we're like the third or fourth of Earth Moon is when we're.
Yeah, let's
Does it
call it the
go?
third.
Does it go left to right, or does it go left side, right side? I don't know. I was looking at the
Well,
calendar to see stretch it out.
I think it goes
Yeah, it's
left,
got
right,
yeah. Earth
down,
Moon's the
left, right,
next one.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be
So
the third of Earth Moon.
unfortunately, all we could do is like click on a little square. We can't add a note. We can't help the DM. We just
I
gotta
can
sit
add a journal
back
entry.
and relax. As the DM has to do everything with a stupid calendar.
If I click view
Mm.
journal entry, I see what's being typed. Reservation
Yeah,
for
we can see
paddle.
it.
I just added it. Okay. It's on there. There is a note.
Reservation. Nice.
A reservation. Sorry, I can't type.
Okay. So we got our thing. Let's go get refill on some healing kit.
What
Okay.
about potions? We can buy potions of healing pretty regularly here.
You feel that you should be able to find those at the fair.
Oh, okay, cool. Um, I have 2 healers kits and 4 potions of healing. So,
I now have 3 full healing kits.
do we have access to everybody's inventory? Yeah, we do. Cool. Just looking to see.
Looking to see. Looking to see.
I can make holy water for 25 gold a pop if anybody wants any. We have 1 potion of greater healing and 9 potions of healing and 28 days worth of rations.
How
Since
many
I'm
total
looking
healers kits?
5.
Is that your current
Judius
inventory? Or is that how
has.
many you're trying to get? Sorry.
That's what we have currently. Justin, you got 3 and I got 2. I don't think I need more than 2. You're the one that like.
Yeah, you're carrying them in case I run out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stabilize with a healer's kit if you're not trained. That's pretty much all you can
Exactly.
And I'm a cleric that could cast. What's the one that stabilizes automatically? Whatever it's called. But yeah, same
Spare
difference.
the dying.
do. Well, he always wears white because he spares the dying.
I wanna. Does everybody should have a couple of potions of healing, right?
I've got 2.
Where'd they
I
go?
only have 1.
Should is a strong word.
How much does a potion of healing cost?
I have 1 potion of healing.
Pay
And
50
it looks a
gold.
lot like my potion of water breathing,
Yeah,
so hopefully I
50
don't mess it up.
standard.
Okay, I'll buy one.
At the fair. What other cool stuff can we buy at the fair?
Funnel cake.
Food. My
Yeah.
dutiest would probably spend at least
Deep fried butter.
probably 5 gold at the fair on stuff.
Foot long
Games.
corn dogs.
Whatever. Yeah, definitely. Last time I went to the fair and I ate a corn dog, though, here I got so nauseous. It was so greasy. It was good, though. It's like a gut bomb, though. All right, I took 5 gold off because I spent it at the fair.
It's a lot of food.
I know. Well, there's the games too. You lose, and I tried to win a big freaking bear, but I keep getting this guy.
Make a nice rug.
Oh yeah, I need to replenish my rope that we used and left in the thing.
Oh yeah.
Why wouldn't we have taken it with us?
Because we forgot.
Yeah.
The players did, but the characters wouldn't.
I would think they would remember that.
It's worth a roll. I mean, wasn't my rope to remember.
Exactly. Not my rope.
Nope,
Okay.
forgot. I'll try to buy a
I mean,
silk rope.
you're the one who mentioned it to the DM. He just assumed you took it too. I'm assuming, right? He wouldn't have said nothing if he kept it on your inventory. Oh, show. I don't
Oh,
even
show.
have a rope. Maybe I should buy a rope too.
I'm gonna delete the hempen and
You
add
fly, you
a
don't need a
silk
rope.
rope.
You can use rope for more than just climbing, tying somebody up. Maybe I should get manacles. Yeah, I'm getting some manacles instead. Okay. Look what I bought at the fair. These cool manacles.
Are they trick manacles? So you can do magic. You just knock them together and they unlock.
No, they're just regular manacles. I think.
The manacles of inspiration.
If we find that dwarf, we could use them on him so we know where he's at.
What did he do? He didn't.
He was asking about us. That's enough, isn't it? Lock him up.
Didn't think so.
So we gotta find somebody that can cast this ritual. So we go to the wizardly booths,
The wizardly wizard.
the pointy hat convention.
The pointy hat convention. So like where all the wizards are.
Dragon Con.
Dragon Con.
Where all the nerds
All right.
hang out.
So it is the next day. It is the opening day of the grand magical fair of Clearwind. You've heard about this the whole time you've been here, and now you're like adventurers at Christmas. Can't wait to get up.
Boys.
Is there music? Fair music.
Oh, well, you're still at your cabin.
We go.
I assume you're gonna go to the fair.
Yes.
Yeah, let's get up and go
Alright.
to the fair.
Let's see.
We get there before
go
they
to the
open.
fair.
We're like,
Right.
we sleep there. Like, we're
Yeah, we
so
get
we're
in
first
line.
in line to get our ticket
Bring a little pup tent.
in the parking lot at the fairgrounds.
That's right.
Doing the
What about
overnighter
you?
to get the early ticket.
I don't think we're that excited.
I got it. All right, so you go to the fair. It's kind of big. So as a reminder, it's spread over multiple parts of the city. But the big piece in Clearwind is where you already have the inn with the local priesthood, because that's where Justin has been spending his time. So you have a good sense of what's where, and you've seen all the tents being erected, and finally the hay bales that are blocking the entrance were removed, and now you can go into the fairgrounds itself. And now I'm looking for the
We
picture I have of it,
run
and I
to
can't
the
find
Hulk.
it. You run to the Hulk, huh?
If you run, you get there first. We did it. We ate
Beautiful,
Ponderosa,
ladies and gentlemen.
got drunk the night before, ate Ponderosa, and then ran to the Hulk, rode the Hulk, and that was the last thing I did that day because I was so sick after that.
Oh, I gotcha. You're reliving one of your experiences in a park or fair or other. I got it. Okay, that makes
Universal
more sense.
Studios.
Yeah, that makes more sense. I was trying to figure out what the Hulk had to do with our situation.
Sorry.
So there are a lot of people. There are a lot of tents. There are a lot of merchants, lots of purveyors of magic and goods, and you kind of get the sense that almost anything available in Panovo in the magical universe could be bought or sold here right now. How would you like to approach navigating the fair?
Is there a map? Like a
It's just the city
pamphlet?
No,
That
it's semi-unorganized chaos. There is somebody who manages what vendors get what spots, at least the prime spots, because you got to pay a fee to get the prime main boulevard. But basically, it's a spontaneous maze city that's formed out of tents and wagons and other temporary shelters and whatnot.
We're not in any
Um,
rush. We can just wander and just
we
do
can
a
periodically we can
wander.
periodically ritually cast detect magic and go into those tents. The ones that
yeah,
have
the whole thing's
magical
full of magic.
glowing.
They all have magic. So what is your order of operations? What are you looking for first?
The ritual people.
The
So,
ritual.
It's really
as a
the
ritual
Okay.
caster myself, and so is Justin, we should be able to at least have some clue of the different chalks and the different inks and things that are used for candles that are used for rituals. We should be able to get some sort of idea of who can cast rituals, one would think.
Okay.
We
So you
that
start
should,
inquiring. All right.
we don't have like a
So you
mage in
start
the party,
asking
so
around of like, where can I find the ritual casters who can perform these kind of things? That kind of stuff, right?
yeah.
And you hear about a druid named Sally, uh,
nice.
who is a ritual caster of some renown, um, presumed to be easy to find for a couple of reasons. First, she has very large ears. But perhaps more obvious than that, she's usually surrounded by a cloud of fog with will-o'-wisps floating around. Has a hat with a fern on it. Maybe it's Dreamshade fern, you're not sure. But, is generally quite recognizable if you find her in a crowd, although she spends as little time as possible in crowds, preferring to be more in nature. But she comes to this fair to perform rituals, to make a few bucks, so to speak, so she can go off and be more secluded in the woods the rest of the year.
Let's go find her.
We look for will-o'-wisps.
And if it gets
And phone.
it's where it seems impossible. I'll also send the dragon out and have him fly
Oh,
around. Is she a herring gun?
is she a what?
A herring gun? A rabbit person?
No. You didn't do a description of a particular race other than the very large ear. But you think the cloud fog and the will o' the wisp is a pretty good description.
Didius could also fly if we need him to burn one of his uses for the day. We also have a flying homunculus too, so we could cover a lot of
You can do a lot of scouting, yeah.
scouting.
You probably can.
And rag is easy to spot walking around if we're like flying, so we won't wander off too far from the main group.
Just look for the bear with a hangover.
Right? Everybody, move! That's what I imagine Andre the Giant walking
Move,
through.
eat
Yep.
now. Eat, move now. Anybody know that reference?
Nah.
No, I'm not getting that.
Mungo
Mongo go big.
from Blazing Saddles.
Excuse me
Mungo.
while I whip this out.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Let me do something here. A little spontaneous movement here.
We would like you to cast a ritual on us, please. I noticed in the Panovo Player's Primer, there was a spell called Locate Mana Shard or something. I was like, hey, we need that. It was in
Yep, that would help.
the PDF.
They're a locate NPC.
I think it's third level though. Don't have third level spells yet.
No, you don't.
Or four. It could have been fourth. I don't know what I. Oh, I
Could
was
have
like,
been
oh
fourth,
look, the
could have been
player's primer.
fifth, could have been sixth, could have been seventh. And any number of levels. All right, so you hunt around for Sally, the erstwhile ritualist, who could potentially do you a solid for a fee, of course, because that's how she makes her money. And what do we got? I'm just killing time until I put the images, until I load the images in the right place because they weren't where they needed to be because, reasons.
Campaign image folder is a good spot.
Yeah, that's where they're going. That's not where they were.
Why is it only
Mana shard detection level 4.
Boom. I don't have that.
Oh, so you can drag your own token on the formation, and it puts your yeah. So Ilios,
Sweet.
you need to put yourself on the party formation sheet. Let's see, can
All right, let's get caught up to the story here. So, first of all, when you arrived at Fair, you saw this kind of scene, just by way of general background, give you a sense of what it was about. All right, and then
everyone,
oops, that was
listen.
not what I wanted at
I
all.
had beans for lunch.
And then the pseudo dragon shares a mental image with Ilios that looks like that.
Aha. Okay. So I will. I think we have found this Sally we're looking for.
No food or water after midnight.
Very much a gremlin.
Very a little cross-eyed too, a
Moai.
little bit, like just slightly.
Huh? Yeah.
Cross-eyed
Deep in
Or
concentration would be the description.
Sally's a oh,
Is she a furbolg? That's what I thought.
Some kind of critterkin.
a
Okay.
critterkin.
Gotcha. Nice.
So, yeah. All right. So Pseudo Dragon lets Ilios know where Sally is, somewhere deeper into the fair, wandering around. Cloud with some will-o'-the-wisps circling low, and a jaunty hat. So I assume you're going to seek out Sally now.
Yes.
All right, you go, and Sally is not a very tall critter, like maybe 3 feet tall.
Okay.
So you seek out Sally. You're all like towering over Sally. Yes, yes, yes. What can I do for you? And lots of twitches and kind of rapid body movements with Sally. Head on a swivel kind of situation.
We're adventurers in need of your help. I am Dudius, a cleric of Io. A good one.
Hi, Mr. Dudius.
These are my friends.
Hi, friends. What do you need?
A ritual
We
cast.
need your services.
Okay. To perform what kind of ritual?
It's rather personal. Is there someplace we could go and talk?
Yeah, we can use my burrow over here.
It's like crowded freaking fair, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So she takes you to the side, and there's a tent, and the tent just covers a hole in the ground that she's dug, or someone has dug, kind of a burrow underneath the fair. And the tent is sort of hiding the entrance.
the
But it's
Does
big. It's
this,
big enough for all of you, but Rag to fit in. Probably a big
PSTD
squeeze
when
for
we made
Rag.
him dig the
Rag will
holes
sit
too,
outside.
right? When we made him dig all the holes, he
PTSD from all you. Yeah.
Yeah.
PSD.
Hole digging.
Nothing underground. Although I am a cave bear, so it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, you could squeeze in there, but you fill up the entire passageway. So everybody else has to go first.
I'd rather not.
You can stay at the top of the thing, too.
And I'm gonna stay out. It doesn't really concern me. I don't care.
What?
We'll wait at the top of the hole.
Alias, I thought you were the one that found like the ritual or whatever the description
Yeah.
for us.
That is true. Ilias has the info. You have the
Oh,
curse.
okay. Never mind. Then I will go ahead and go in.
That's what Diddy's is like. Is getting ready to say, "This is the guy that knows everything too."
I had the
Right,
list
so
of
Ilias comes
ingredients,
in last.
yes, in my
So-
note.
Okay. So Sally's like, all right, now we're out of all those small-eared busybody people listening to everything. Well, what do you need? That's so secretive. We need to go into my private burrow where I generally don't bring people.
It's nice though. I like how you have it decorated. I point
I
to the
guess
roots over there on the wall.
we'll share that some of us are afflicted by the curse of
Ooh, nasty one.
sleepless,
That curse
whatever.
of-
Yeah.
Yeah. The curse of the internal nightmares. Ooh, that's a nasty one. Very tricky to get rid of. Needs lots of specialty ingredients. Quite complicated. Very expensive. Very expensive.
We do have all the ingredients. We just need somebody to help us mix it and make it.
Well, mixing and making is part of it. You also have to mix it, make it, and sprinkle it on the people. And the people who are cursed can't be helping mixing and making. And it requires very certain conditions. New moon, I think it was.
Well,
Yeah, it's a few days out, right?
Yeah, we were wondering if you could do the mixing and making and sprinkling. We would reimburse you for your services.
You've caught me in my busy time, but it could be persuaded. It would have to be at midnight on the new moon. We got 2 or 3 days, something like that. And you say you have all the ingredients. Read me the list of what you have.
I just posted it in chat. We have the essence of the dream shade fern, the star thistle, and the mana pool water.
Oh, that mana pool water. That's the big spendy one. Okay, good. And how many of you are afflicted?
2.
2.
I
Okay.
know
and
2 or
Right.
3, I forget.
Rag?
Rag was not
No.
affected by the
Okay,
curse.
yeah,
No.
so it's just 2.
Just
That's
two.
why
And
he was surprised about the dreams in the thing.
Dudius wants to, smile and show his glowing eyes off to her as well, and use on his persuasion check. If you make me roll, I'm gonna use that and gain advantage on it.
On a persuasion?
Yeah.
Look into my eyes.
Well, all right, let's do
Give
wholesale.
me a keg of beer. That's how I kind of imagine it. On the intimidation
Roll
side.
one of you for initial price quote. Roll me a D1000 plus 500.
I've been sucking at rolling, so you go ahead.
Well, who's faster to 1D? Yeah, no. I give up.
You said D1000 plus what?
500.
There you go.
You've already persuaded. You got the bargain basement price at 570.
Wow.
Could have been
Nice.
1500.
There's a
Yeah.
70 on a 1D 1000.
Premium
Wow.
pricing. Good thing my schedule's free. You got me the first day of the fair. I could do it for 570.
It
I
sounds
can
like a
also
bargain.
assist
So
with
what's that
the,
in platinum?
actual.
57.
57.
Yes.
Divided
both of
by
you.
4 or divided by 2?
2.
So 22 something, 23 platinum, rounded up. Where's my stupid gold at? Oh, scroll down.
Where's gold at?
285 golds,
33.
28.5 platinum.
All right.
It would be
So
28 and a half.
half now and half on
28.
completion.
Oh, no, we already did the
Okay.
math.
I'll pay the half now.
I'll
You
pay.
said
I'll pay for both of us now, and then you pay for both of us later. How's that?
Sure.
So I already took it off my sheet.
28.5.
Platinum.
Platinums, yeah.
Yeah, so 28 platinum and
Okay.
50 gold.
50 gold.
I just rounded the
All right.
platinum. Here's a little extra for
5 gold.
For
not
you.
50 gold.
for the bear
No,
pooping
5 gold. Yeah.
in your hovel over there.
You can pay extra if you
You
want.
can't prove it was him.
I-
All right. You have hired yourself a druid ritualist.
What do I have to?
2 nights hence.
Oh, you put it as our background. Cool, okay. I was
Yeah,
like, why do I have 2
Hit that
pictures
by
of Sally?
accident. That was not intentional. I meant to click create map and I was a little too high and it did his decal.
When is the ritual? 2-3 days still?
No
Yeah,
moon.
like 60 hours from now.
Or does she want to do
2.5 days. So you got to do it out in the countryside. You got to be away from the city.
Can we go pick a spot? Clear it out?
Yeah.
Make sure we don't get interrupted in 3 days? We want to
Yeah.
We want to make sure that this shit's going to happen. Scout
you
the
go.
area, put up a tent, you know.
But it has to be
I-
natural.
I can camp there.
But you guys are friends with the farmers who are in that area, and you could describe your needs, and one of them could tell you where to go and arrange it. Because you've been
Nice.
very helpful to the farmers earlier in your adventure. And Justin has been working with the priesthood who cures the farmers' ills and injuries. So you're pretty connected to this crowd. You feel that that could work for you.
Nice.
Yeah, we should definitely go talk to the farmers soon. I guess for the rest of today, what all do we like? What's our wish list for trying to find stuff in the fair?
Dudius does have a magical weapon because he's got that staff of the.
Just
Whatever
remember
it's
you
called.
had this thing, the compass stone.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
I've got it in
That's
my
what that is.
inventory. I didn't see any description for it, so I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it was a quest item. You can't delete it. One of those. And your recollection was that it needed to be primed with a destination. It could go find that destination. But you don't know anything about the priming stone.
So do
So
we?
that's a mystery to go solve.
Is there a bring your magical item identified on
The
premise
Magic Items
tent?
Roadshow?
Identify magical item tent. Oh, we gotta. Can Ilios try to identify it? Did he try to identify it?
Can you locate object on the other one, the priming stone?
I do have identify, yes. Do not have locate object.
I don't think we could anyway because we don't know what it looks like.
I have find traps that might help. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Favorite. Still favorite. Maybe you could ask some people there about
Yeah.
compass stones. Feels like a thing that might happen.
Yeah, what about Sally? Does this have anything to do with anything?
Pretty rock.
I don't know anything about that, says Sally. And you get the sense that she's moved on to her next piece of business. We'll deal with
She's
you
done
in
with us.
2.5 days.
She's done
Yeah.
with us. Get out of my burrow.
Short attention span, this Sally. So you depart her burrow, go back into the fair proper. Remember, you had this compass stone. You're like, maybe we should figure out what this thing does or how it works, or we can make it go, or what a priming stone is, or where can I find one of those, or something like that.
Let's see if there's like a magical map maker that could probably help us. Right? It seems like it's related to a map kind of idea. Do we? I thought we knew what that did, though.
Well, you know about it. You know that it will point you in the direction of an item, like a compass, but instead of to magnetic north, it will point you to a place or an item or an object or a
But we don't.
person that you're interested in.
But we don't know what the item is. Where did we find it?
You know you want to find the mana shard, and you can't cast the spell to find one, and you believe this might be an alternate way to find a mana shard, but you don't
gotta
know how
prime
to load its instruction to go look for a mana shard into it, which is what you think the priming stone might do.
Ah.
Rag thinks yelling at it loudly enough will prime it.
It hasn't worked so far. Keep
He'll
trying.
keep trying.
So yeah, we're gonna ask around to see if we can find somebody that can help us use the compass stone. Figure it out.
Okay. So you go through and you talk to a number of purveyors of magic wares and you ask them like who would know about this if you don't, and like kind of play that game for a while. And oh, why not? You find the Clearwind Grand Magical Fair version of Antique Roadshow where they have magic appraisal experts who
There's a
can tell you
line.
about the certainty, and there's a big line. So you get in the line, and
The people holding
he's
up
got
like
like a strange
stuff.
collection of stuff. It's all magical in one
My mom,
fashion or
Found
another.
my
this in
mom
my
took a
attic.
lamp to the roadshow one time.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, she said it was a horrible idea. It was this big ass like shoe, like the lady lives the with the shoe lamp. It's huge, and she had to lug it through the parking lot and not break it the whole time. She's like, it was a horrible idea. I mean, she found out it was worth like I don't know, $1,500 or something, so it was kind of worth it, but it was a heavy ass
but not
day.
worth it. Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of hassle, a lot of chance to break it too.
right. It's not worth $1,500 if you smash it in the trunk.
So I'm gonna be on the lookout for those three things to just put in chat in that order of importance to Elios.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you do come across Pearl of Power for sale. Um, what was the cost table for uncommon items?
500 and under.
Yeah, it was generally the range was like 1 to 500.
All right, so
Average it
do
out around
do a
250.
do a D100 plus 400, or sorry, the D400 plus 100.
Oh, I'm on the wrong server.
Wrong server. What?
I was gonna drop something
Wow.
in the
Oof.
chat.
Premium price. First day of the fair. Maybe you want to wait until they're about to close shop. See if you can get a bargain before they pack up discount.
Right.
So you're like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm not
I'll
buying that.
definitely look at it. Look at the price tag.
It's like,
Put it back for a minute.
that's in Clearwind money?
Let me think on this. I will probably be back though.
All right.
Rag will be looking around for a +1 shield to
All right.
uncommon.
So Rag sees an armorer tent. First you hear it because of the clanging metal sound. And that's also uncommon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do the same. Yeah, it's brutally priced the first day of the fair. You may just have to wait these merchants out. Hope these items at this price stay, and you get to the
Nice.
50% off clearance sale at the end. Everything must go. Don't want to put it back on the wagon, that kind of thing.
Right.
Ooh, look,
Yeah.
a saddle of the Cavalier. It's for sale.
So you wander around a little bit more. You look at the goods and the items, and then you're talking to somebody about the compass stone. And this other guy's like, compass stone, priming stone. I heard somebody talking about that the other day. Was this like shifty dwarf? I think his name was Thorn or something. Didn't like the fella, but I didn't quite
Uh-huh.
hear the whole conversation.
Dwarf
Oh,
named
now we're
Thor.
looking for not only a gruffy one, but a shifty one.
Yeah. So you got that
Imagine
little
it's the
A
same
whole
tidbit
one.
herd of them.
overheard.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pieces are coming together.
Yes. You
The
got
name Thorn
gonna be a thorn in your side. Didum.
matches the crest.
Yeah. Of the letter that you got pinned to your cabin door. Or not pinned, but at your cabin door. Other items that you want in the magical fair? You think pretty much everything you could find here. You could also
Just
sell
those,
things you don't need.
just the elven chain.
Roll a d4 for me.
Ooh.
Even. No, you didn't find the elven chain yet.
Boo. Okay.
Giving you a 50-50 shot and you blew it, so.
A periaptive wound closure. It's uncommon.
Yeah, roll for it.
Uh,
Want me to roll for you?
whoops.
He's got it keyed up.
1d400 plus 100.
Yeah. Like that. Die! Die!
I'll just drop it right in there. I could
You gotta
drop
take
it.
the quotes off.
Oh,
Times 2. 208 for that. You were going for the cloak of displacement, Justin.
Yeah,
You find
Rare.
it on fire sale.
That's not the price of rares.
it's rare. It's a rare.
Oh, no. Rares are way more money. Aren't they like 10x?
176. Nice.
Well, Dudius finds a bargain and a half. It must be the glowing eyes.
right.
Right. All right. So
Nice.
what the heck did you want?
Periaptive wound closure.
Wound. All right. Give me a sec. I'll drop it on the party sheet. Good.
As to later on, I'll get scrolls, but I'm not worried about it right now.
Okay. Well, the scrolls are abundant. I mean, for anything below 4th level spells, they're quite abundant. All right, the wound closure's there.
Thank you.
Displacement, right? Cloak of displacement there.
What do I have to roll for the cloak?
I thought you did roll.
I
Yeah, but
rolled.
it's a rare item.
Yeah,
not
it's a rare, not an
uncommon.
uncommon.
What's the rare? Isn't it like 1,000 to 5,000?
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do the
Yeah.
Add a 0 to both of those.
yeah, basically D4,000 plus 1,000. Oh, I'm gonna 4321.
No, I'll turn around and just try to find some winged boots. They're uncommon.
Okay. So you can do the 1D400 plus 100. Bonus.
yeah.
Wow.
I will definitely pick those up.
It was Wings of Flying, right?
Boots.
Winged boots.
Yeah. All right. And you have cleaned out the merchants. There's no merchandise entire there whatsoever.
That's right. Everybody leaves.
Everybody, there's no more gold to be.
We ran out of cash.
Yeah.
That's the real problem. Um, let's see.
I'll be munching on some grilled corn on the cob.
Nice.
Yeah, corn on the cob is quite tasty. It's the right time of year for corn. So, all right. Why don't we do this? Why don't we part here? We can skip forward a day or so, and we can say when we return, it's day of your ritual.
How long is the
Not the
fair?
night of. Say again?
How many
The
days is
fair's
the
a
fair?
week. The fair's
A
a
week.
week.
Okay.
So you'll have some time after as well if you desire. You have time between then and your boat ride.
26 is when it ends. Okay.
Yeah. And then just as a reminder, we will not play in 2 weeks.
I marked that on
Our
the
next-
calendar too.
Yeah. Okay. And so our next
you, Mark.
adventure will be 4 weeks from now. Wow, that feels like a long time.
Well, we got
March.
the off
8th.
Saturdays now. We're picking up doing some Fallout. So
Oh, cool.
this next Saturday we are gonna have a session -1 just to talk and
Figure it out.
get some character ideas together, and then we'll do a session 0, stream it, and then we'll start the following. I think into the next. I'm ready to start the campaign, so I got all that ready. I just don't know all the rules, so we're just gonna learn it as we go, right? We'll figure it out. I already did a character, and it's so easy to make a character. I'm like, well, I give up on that. That's easy.
Yeah, when you had the table up that day,
Yeah,
I built a character too. It was pretty quick and easy.
yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. But yeah, that's it. We're gonna get out of here. Let's see if there's somebody out there that we're gonna go raid. Following who's out there? Hey, let's
Havoc.
go raid Havoc. Yeah, let's raid Havoc. He is doing some Dungeon Master prep work over here on the Dungeons and Dragons channel. He does use Fantasy Grounds, but I think he's into his D&D Beyond account right now. But we're gonna go over there anyways.
Raid is a.
And where is the raid button now?
Take it.
What happened? Did I break it?
I don't know.
I broke it.
Probably.
Raid
Seems like the thing you would do.
this guy. Start raid. You gotta hit the button down there at the bottom. There's a button down there you gotta push. All right, we're gonna
Thank you, Mark.
raid
That
in
was
5
fun.
seconds. Good night, everybody. If you're in chat, thank you. See you guys. Well,
See ya.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.